Hello friends, my name is Koolio and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're taking a first look impressions video for the sequel to the Brave Frontier franchise. This is the Last Summoner Brave Frontier. Now, for those of you that have never played this game before, or the previous game, it's a hero collector game. However, the previous version of the game is more of a pixelized art style. In fact, I downloaded it the other day and just played it for fun, and then I found out today they released the second one, the sequel to the game. And I have to say I'm pretty impressed, but there are some downsides to this game right now, and the main thing I want to get right off the bat is the game feels extremely limited. There's not a whole lot of content except for the story missions. They don't give you a whole lot of energy, and you don't, usually when they release a new game like this, there's usually a lot of like launch events and stuff like that. This game doesn't have any of those right now. So you're not going to be getting a whole bunch of new heroes, a whole bunch of summons and stuff like that. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do a summon for you guys in this video, because it's going to be a while before I get my free one, and it's going to be a while before I get the crystals necessary to do it. So first off though, let's just go ahead and jump straight into combat. Now, they've got this stage combat just like other hero collector games, and they cost energy. Now, there's usually just enough energy to get you to the next level, to refresh your energy to go on to the next place. There isn't a whole lot of energy for you to do a lot of the other stuff currently. One thing that's kind of cool though is once you've beaten an area, you've got places that you can go and harvest, and then challenge modes as well. Now, I haven't really tested those places out, but they do give you specialized currencies and things that you can use to upgrade your characters as well. These look like the summon gates and stuff that I'll hopefully be able to show you a little bit later. But let's go ahead, we'll just jump into combat, because the combat in this game is a combination of really easy to get used to combat, but with a lot of depth to it, and you'll see once we actually jump into the game. So quest begins. Now, I know a lot of people might be upset that the story, I'm sorry, not the story, the actual graphics for the game aren't pixelized like they used to be, but I think the game actually looks really, really good. So let's go ahead and talk about combat. Now, on the bottom, you can see the different weapons that my character has, that all of my characters have. One thing that's kind of cool too is if you replace an item that your character is wielding, it'll actually change the look of that weapon. So I'll show you guys that a little bit later in the game. But once you jump into combat, one of the things I want to point out is you can just go ahead and just tap one of the weapons below, and that hero will attack. Or you can just drag your finger across and make all of your heroes attack at once. So it's super simple. You jump in, you slide your finger, easy peasy. However, there's going to come a time when you're jumping into like a match or going through one of these dungeons where simply sliding your finger across isn't going to be enough. Some of your characters are going to take damage, but you've got special abilities that you can use. So if you actually swipe up on the character's portrait, you can see different abilities that they have. However, it costs battle crystals for you to use them. So for example, if I were to go to, oh, I didn't mean to attack, but I can use this ability, go ahead and activate it, Blaze Force. And I think that just increases my entire group's attack. Now, it costs 10 crystals for me to use that. And now I don't have enough crystals to be able to use any of my other characters' abilities, so I'll just go ahead and swipe and finish off the enemy team that way. Now, most of the abilities cost 10, 20 crystals that I've seen so far. But it actually adds a lot of strategy to the game, because you can say, oh, do I want to save up my crystals? Whose abilities do I need to use next? Things like that. And every character has different abilities that they can use. Now, as far as I can tell, if it's a green ability, it's usually like a utility ability where it buffs them, heals them. Red means it's an attack ability, and then your characters can defend. So if you have one character that's like taking a lot of damage, you can actually make them defend instead of attacking that turn. One of the other things that's really great about this game is it does have an elemental system. So if I were to tap on this griffin up at the top, it'll actually tell me which of my characters will do more damage against them, and it looks like my ranger will. So I'll actually go ahead and tap on that character, use that, boom, take him out. For the little jelly dude, it doesn't look like any of my characters are going to be able to do a whole lot of damage, so I'm just going to go ahead and swipe, take those guys out, and then swipe again. So it's easy because you can just, if you're running through a dungeon super fast, you can just swipe your fingers and kind of take care of it, no problem. But if you get into something really hard, really difficult, you can actually go through and really minimize and maximize where your damage output goes. A lot of the stuff that you're going to encounter right off the bat is going to be super easy. Go ahead and swipe, take a lot of these things out. But if you want to get 3 stars on every level, you're going to have to use some of your abilities in order to do that. I'm going to save up my crystals. Hopefully for the boss battle. If there's a boss battle in this one, there might not be. Nope. So there we go. I only got one I don't know why. I haven't seen requirements for the crystals yet. There are some things though in this game that I'm not. They're just little system requirements that I wish that they would add to the game. So we'll go ahead. We'll jump into this next one. Use my energy. Go ahead and start. And try to do my best to get 3 stars. Now, I haven't seen what the requirements are for the 3 stars. You can also skip the story. However, you can't like skip it. It just kind of fast forwards through the story for you. One of the other problems I have with the combat and the system in the game is in order for you to know what your character's abilities are, you have to go and read them beforehand before you jump in. I haven't found a way to actually look at what the skills do. Like I've tried to go through here and like hold on this or tap on it or do something, and it doesn't show what that ability does. I don't know if there's anything else that can do it, but I haven't seen it. So we'll just go ahead. We'll try to finish off this boss. It's probably going to be pretty easily beaten. So simple swipe to attack. I like that it's got a simple combat system, but it can be really in depth. See, I don't know why I got 1 star. I don't know what the requirements are to get any of the higher stars, but that's okay. It's fine. You can always come back when you're a little bit stronger and do it anyway. So, I would show you guys the summoning in the game, but to be honest, I don't have enough crystals right now. They aren't giving me free crystals to do it, which is kind of sad. Another one of the things I want to talk about too is there's the UI. It looks beautiful, but it's kind of overwhelming to look at. So if I were to go in and show you my main character right here, everything that he has is all the way down here. There's this whole menu item for this character. Now each of the abilities that he can get unlocks every star ranking, so you can increase them and all that kind of stuff. It's just, I don't know why. It's not my favorite UI system. It definitely looks really clean, but it can be extremely overwhelming for new people that jump into the game. And I was going to show you as well, you can fuse items to your character to make them level up faster, but it does cost, if you see the blue item that I have up on the top left, I have like 2,875. That's how much of that it costs for me to level them up. So if we go ahead and just do that real quick. Bada bing, max level 20, and then it's going to cost me 500, which I don't have any right now to do that, but it seems pretty easy to kind of level up and evolve characters in this game. I haven't seen that you have to get duplicates to level them up, but I haven't gotten that far into it just yet. So one of the other things I want to show you guys, you can change the weapons, and it's fantastic. I love the fact that the weapons actually change the way that your character looks. Another thing too is if you look at the weapons that you currently have, it says this one does 2 to 26 damage. It has a star ranking of 1. I currently have this one and this one are my only 2 star rankings. But it does tell you a quick overview if you want to know. On the bottom left of the weapons icon is the max amount of damage that weapon does. So this one does a maximum of 37 damage. However, it can do a minimum of 3. So I've actually been using this one because it has a minimum of 5. So it just has a better chance of doing a little bit more damage than the other one does. You do get a lot of weapons in this game. I haven't checked out the crystal system in the game just yet. Also, one other thing I've noticed is I haven't been able to sell anything. I don't know if that's a glitch, but for example, if I wanted to sell this, nothing happens. It's still there, nothing happens. I don't know. But there's a lot of stuff in this game that you can get. And you can use the, I don't even know what any of this soul allows your spirit to gain experience. I'm not even sure what that means. There's a lot of content that feels like it's still kind of far out there. If I were to go back, actually, let's go back to this and just kind of give it a quick, no, not that guy. He's a 1 star. I want to do my 3 star character. We can upgrade, I don't even know. See, I was gonna see if I could use the dragons to fuse these things up, but I haven't even gotten that far into the game just yet to even check it out yet. I wish I could show you guys the summoning in the game. But unfortunately, I don't have enough crystals to do that. They do give you free ones every 24 hours. You can also use the blue currency to do summons as well. And then you get summoning tickets later in the game. However, because there's no events going on right now, you're not going to get a whole lot of sweet stuff. And a lot of this, if you look down, there's more story content coming, new events coming soon. Even the arena, it says that it's going to be coming soon as well. There's just a lot of stuff like I feel like there's definitely enough stuff in the game for you to play right now and to go through and play the story, but it just seems like there's still a lot of content that they're working on to be released into the game. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more mobile gaming videos coming in the future. See you, my friends.